something wicked this way comes. Welcome to BooTober! October is finally here. Who thought that September was the longest month of the year? Because I did. So totally. So I am so excited. If you are new here, BooTober is where we do some magical things here on the channel, on my Instagram. I love to shake things up a little bit, and BooTober is my way of just shaking things up. It gives me a chance to do the fun magical things that I like to do and take you guys along with me. So we've got all the Halloween decorations already out. We've set the mood, we've got the fireplace going, and I'm so excited. So this BooTober, I definitely want to do things very magical. I want to talk about your intuition, how we can tap into that, maybe do some altar stuff. I don't know, we're just gonna see what comes up, right? Like, that's just what we do. And of course, I'm going to bring out the Hocus Pocus deck and the Nightmare Before Christmas deck and do readings throughout the week. So I'm so excited for that also, to bring those out. I got my witch's hat out ready for those readings. But today, we're gonna talk about our intuition, and we're gonna do it in a different way. So I teach the Unlock Your Intuition course. It is a course that I created that comes with a journal and everything. It is absolutely amazing. It's something that I created to help people really and truly unlock their intuition and tap into their own gifts. It's something that's going to make you go deep down inside yourself, but it's also going to help you find yourself. Now, with that said, because sometimes we're not always in a place to take a full course, because this course does take 3 to 4 months. I know one of my clients, it took them about 6 months to complete the course. It's a course that you take at your own pace. So it's split up into 3 sections: the healing, the calling your power back, and then the unlocking your intuition. And I did that for a reason, because you have to heal yourself to be able to listen to your own intuition. You really and truly do. And sometimes the healing part takes the longest. Sometimes our healing journey can take us a while, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But I split it up like that, and it also gives you the chance. So if it takes you 3 months to heal yourself, then it takes you 3 months to heal yourself, and I'm still there helping you, okay? So there is that. I'm also, of course, doing my BooTober specials with readings, and I got some games kind of like rolling around in my head. I'm just trying to figure out how to put them into play for you guys. So as far as the store goes, so like you could get a free crystal, or like I've got some things, okay? I've got some things up my sleeves, my short sleeves, obviously. But today, I really wanted to start BooTober off with our intuition, because October is a month of intuition. So let's get our spooktacular going. Oh my goodness. So as usual, I have started doing meditations at the end of my videos, as well as a quick reading. I'm still gonna keep doing that through BooTober, because I feel like that's just important, okay? But let's tap into unlocking your intuition. If you're like, I don't have the time, the energy, the resources to be taking a full course right now, this is a great way for you to start to tap into your intuition. It's a great way for you to start to unlock your intuition. You know, it's not the full course. It's not all the healing and everything that you do. It's not the journeying I do with you or the helping you fully, but it is a way for you to connect to your own intuition. So let's get into it, okay? Your intuition is not something that's outside of you. Let's just start there. It's not something that's up here all the way away from you. You know, you've got to connect to it. You have to find it. You've got to learn how to connect to things and all this stuff. it's born with you. It is something that you are born with. I can see it in my daughter. You know, I see it all the time when she's talking to her grandpa to, you know, and of course that's a whole medium side, but I can see it in her. You know, she can tell when something's wrong with mom. Like the month of September, like I said, was very hard for us. And she could just tell, and she's reading my energy, and you could tell that she's reading my energy because we're so connected. So you can see this in kids being born around the world right now, especially. But your intuition is you. And I like to embody my intuition. I like to envision her sometimes because I feel like it takes her off of a pedestal and brings her back to me. So you've got to take your intuition off this pedestal of, oh my gosh, I don't know how to listen to my intuition. Oh my goodness, I can't connect to my intuition. It is so hard. Because the thing is, whether you realize it or not, you have used your intuition before in the past. So you may have used your intuition to help you make a decision to take this job, or to open a bank, or to go somewhere. You use your intuition. That little nudge that tells you, don't go there. Don't do that, right? I've heard that intuition before, and we have ignored it, of course, also because it's not very familiar with us. So my goal today is for you to get familiar with your own intuition. How do we begin? So I will always be a huge advocate of meditation, obviously, and journaling, obviously. So we're not going to go fully into a whole rant about how important meditation is, because I've talked about it before in different videos. However, to help you unlock your intuition, it's very important that you get into a meditation where you are nothing, no one, nowhere. Then you become something, someone, somewhere. Then you become everyone, everything, everywhere, right? But you've got to get to that nothing state first. The most important thing for you to do is to set aside a time where you can spend 1 hour to 2 hours doing this. You don't have to do this every single week, but at least once a week. I like to give myself once a week. There's been times where it's taken 30 minutes. There's been times where it's taken 1 hour. There's been times where it's taken 2 hours. It just depends. But when we get into this place of we are nothing, no one, nowhere, we become disconnected from our human bodies. We're no longer a part of time. And that's important. Time is an illusion. We created time. Time is unlimited. We have unlimited time. You know, we constantly talk about timelines and this and that. And funny story is, I am not somebody who can ever wear a watch. I've never been able to wear a watch. Every watch I've ever gotten breaks. And it usually breaks within the month that I get it. I've had Apple Watches. I've had the other watches, the Fitbits. I've had regular watches. It doesn't matter. They will break. They will stop working. And I can take absolutely good care of them, but they will always stop working. It wasn't until I realized that I needed to stop relying on time that I realized that's why watches, clocks never work around me. Now, the only clock that's ever worked is the one that is in my bedroom. And I'm so grateful for that because that's also my alarm. And we need an alarm because we still have to wake up. We still have to go, get our things done. I have to get ready, for clients and the day and everything. But watches have never really worked for me. And usually clocks break too. Because time is an illusion. We created time. Human beings created time. So when we step out of that time, we become one with the universe. Now here's the beautiful thing about your intuition. Your intuition is something that can help you. It helps you to connect to yourself. It helps you make decisions. It helps you become a more abundant person. But when I'm talking about abundance, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about abundance. Your family, the food that's in your fridge, the roof over your head, the friends that you have, the life that you're living away from a life of just means and living in a life where you are absolutely loving it. You're excited to get up every single morning. That's abundant. And when we can step outside of this time and space and we become nothing, we start to connect to the universe. We start to connect to something that is outside of us. So the key is to give yourself an hour. Honestly, the first time you do this, give yourself an hour to 2 hours. Now, meditation is not always going to be easy. I have times where my mind will veer off in like that direction and it's thinking about the groceries. Oh, I need to get this for my daughter. Oh, that's right, I forgot, I need to call this person. Oh, like right now I just thought of somebody I'm supposed to call and I'm like, oops. But that's life, right? We still have a working brain. But the goal here is for you to disconnect from your brain to help you to connect your intuition. And here's the beautiful part of it. It's also going to help you heal your nervous system. Our nervous system is what helps us with abundance. It's what helps us listen and trust our intuition. Also, this is where things like shadow work come in handy, shamanic healing, Reiki healing, healing period, going to therapy, talk therapy. All of those things can help you with your nervous system, right? When we're put in a place where we are in fight or flight, we stop trusting our own intuition. We stop believing in ourselves. We stop listening to ourselves and we start listening to somebody else. This is where we might hire somebody to speak for us, or we might listen to somebody else's advice, or a family member that doesn't understand what we're wanting or our personal goals. And so then they're going to put their goals on us, right? And then we listen to them and we believe what they're saying and we do what they tell us to do. When we heal the nervous system through all of this work, then we learn to trust our own intuition and listen to it. So let's step back into that meditation. Again, you're going to want an hour. For this particular meditation, yes, you can have music on in the background. That's completely fine. I like to find meditations also where I don't listen to music. I turn everything off because sometimes we get ourselves overstimulated with crystals and candles and Palo Santo and sage and everything else and incense. And then there's music playing and it almost overstimulates us at the same time. So if you can get to a place where you don't need music or any of that stuff, that's even better, okay? Go outside, sit under a tree, turn the TV off, turn all electronics, everything off if you can, and just find a place where you can fully disconnect. Now, even if you're listening to music, there's gonna be a point where you don't even hear it anymore. You're not even gonna know. Like, I become completely disconnected. And this is, again, why you need to give yourself an hour. Now, my biggest suggestion is always have a way to come back. I always take a spirit animal with me. As a shaman, I consistently work with spirit animals because it's super important. They can help us come back. They can help us. They can guide us. They can protect us. My spirit animal is, surprise, a wolf. But I also have a polar bear that arrived about a year ago? Yeah, a year ago he showed up. And I've been working with him a lot and it's kind of fun. So I kind of pick which one I want to work with, you know. And this polar bear actually helps me with my medicine wheel clients or students because he's part of that medicine wheel. But he showed up and anyways. So I always pick a spirit animal to go with me. And I set my intentions that when the time is right, that they bring me back, okay? Because you can kind of get lost in this meditation when you get to that point. So it's really good to do that. Sometimes if you're like not trusting that yet, you can set your timer on your phone for an hour and then that way it brings you back, okay? And then you can kind of like call your power back to you, come back into your body. But you're gonna wanna find a place where you're not gonna be disturbed. Close your eyes and I would take about 4 to 5 deep breaths. So you're going to want to pull all that energy all the way up. So you're going to go. Okay, I pull it all the way up, and then you hold your breath. When you first do it, you're probably gonna feel like passing out at first. That's okay. Trust the process, okay? But you're gonna pull all your energy all the way up, and then hold it, and then breathe it out. Like I said, 4 to 5 times. Then when you're done, you let your breathing come back down to normal. And before you do all of this, you're setting your intentions that you're protected, that you're going into a safe space, that you're going to journey into the unknown, into the vast space of things. And now this is where you go into that space. You're not going to see anything. It's going to be completely dark, and that's beautiful. Let it be completely dark, okay? In this place is where you're going to start to become nothing, no one, nowhere. Okay? It's Joe Dispenza that I learned this, but then of course I'm putting my little touches on this for you guys. Because I put my own little touches on it as well. This is also a bit of journey work that you learn as a shaman, so you're getting a bit of that as well. But you're going to go into a place or a space where there's nothing. Nothing. All right? In this place, your mind is probably going to wander. Every time it goes in this direction, just recognize it and bring it back. Every time it goes over here, just recognize it and bring it back. The more you recognize it and you just bring yourself back, the more and more you're going to train your brain to stay in meditation. Our brains have been programmed and trained to live in overstimulated environments. This is why I say turn everything off. Get away from crystals, get away from candles, get away from everything. I love meditating with crystals. I love meditating with candles. Obviously, I've got my candle lit right here, right? I've got my crystals here, okay? I will have meditative music for you guys. But when you're first doing this, it's really important to get away from that overstimulation until you learn to not allow these things to overstimulate you and instead to work with them. Okay? It's just like when we use our phones. We use our phones to work for us, not to overstimulate us, not to go doom scrolling for hours and hours on TikTok. Guilty. Did that in September, okay? It's fine. It happens. But we're training our brains to not be overstimulated anymore and to understand that it is safe to be in this space where we're not having to think 24/7. It is safe to not have to do something 24/7. It is okay that we're not constantly moving and doing something. Oh, I've got to clean, I've got to do this, I've got to go to the groceries, blah, 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 blah. We're training our brain to know that it is okay to not have to constantly be doing something, okay? That's where the healing the nervous system is coming into handy. That's where we're starting to heal our nervous system. Once you get the handle of this, once you can hold this for at least 30 minutes, I would prefer an hour, but at least 30 minutes, then you're going to become something, someone, somewhere. All right? Now, this is where you have your spirit animal. I like to bring in my spirit animal, and I like to talk with them. It helps me to develop that something, somewhere, someone feeling. Okay? So I'll bring my polar bear in, for example, and I will start to talk to him, and I will start to connect to him. Because you are starting to connect to the universe, you're starting to connect to yourself. Your spirit animal is you. It's not something outside of you, it's you. Your spirit animal is a part of you. Once you can do this for 30 to an hour, then we're going to move on to everything, everyone, and every place. So now we're a part of the universe. Now this is where I change things up from the Joe Dispenza method, and I created even more of my own, because, and you're gonna do the same too. You're gonna eventually, you're gonna do it till it's your own thing as well. You should never ever do something that is somebody else's forever. You know, this is to help you get connected, and then eventually you're gonna make it your own anyways. So now in this space, I'm gonna call in my intuition. You're stepped in this space. You've done this. I would say do it a couple times and then call in your intuition. But if you're impatient, call in your intuition. What do they look like? For me, mine is my intuition. When I embody my intuition, when I see my intuition, it comes in as a female. I even have female clients that it comes in as a masculine energy, but I embody mine as the divine feminine energy. And she steps in, and she's got this long blowing hair, right? And she's wearing like this almost like white gown, and she looks beautiful. She's absolutely timeless and gorgeous and wise. And that's how I envision my intuition, is she looks something like that. Your intuition is going to look different than mine. But there's something about envisioning what your intuition looks like that helps you to connect with your intuition just a little bit more. It helps you with that connection. We as humans, we need to be able to see things. We're very visual creatures, right? We have to see things for it to connect for us. So when you can envision what your intuition looks like, it's going to help you create that connection to your intuition that much more. Like, it's gonna help you really and truly start to connect in a different way. Okay? Now you're connected to your intuition. You're envisioning your intuition. You're gonna keep doing this for a while until your intuition, like, it's just a part of you, right? It's just something that you can connect to. Start talking to her. Start asking her questions, or him. Start getting to know them, however you're envisioning your intuition. Start getting to know your intuition, you know? Start asking it questions. Start with yes or no questions. You can ask, what is my name? And when you hear what your name is, you know, what is my name? And you hear Brianna, right? I hear Brianna. I'm going to know that I'm connecting to my intuition. But if I'm hearing Sarah or Emily or whatever, I know I'm not connected to my intuition yet, right? I know I'm not hearing her. So when I hear Brianna, I know I'm hearing her. You're learning your intuition's voice. You're learning your intuition's language, okay? Until it comes to a point where you can walk out of that meditation and you can go to Walmart and you're still hearing your intuition. You go to Target and you can hear your intuition. You go for a walk and you can hear your intuition. That's the key. You want to be able to hear your intuition when you step outside of the meditation. It's gonna take time, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Let it take time. Let it do what it needs to do to kind of create the connection that you need to have with your intuition. Okay? This isn't something that's gonna happen overnight. You know, somewhere along the line, you stop trusting your intuition. Somewhere along the line, something happened and you were put in fight or flight mode. And when we're put in that fight or flight mode, it's harder for us to trust and hear our own intuition. So you have to learn how to step away from whatever happens, step away from the stories, step away from the images, step away from fear, and step away from a dysregulated nervous system and step into a place where none of that matters whatsoever. To start to get to understand your intuition, to start to get to know her, him, them, whoever. Okay? So now you've done your meditation. I am, of course, going to say journaling. Journaling. Journal. Every time you do these experiences, journal them. The more you journal them, the more you're going to remember. It's just like learning your dream and becoming a dream lucid dreamer. You wake up and you write down your dream every single day, and the more you do it, the more you recall it, the more you become a lucid dreamer. The same thing's going to happen here. The more you can remember, the more you can write it down, the more you're going to learn to connect to your intuition, the more you're going to remember it when you're out of that meditative state. Okay? So shadow work, yes, shadow journaling, journal, gratitude, all those things. But really start to get into a place where you are journaling every single day. I will always be an advocate of journaling because it has helped me in so many ways. I can put things on a piece of paper and then I can go burn it, right? I don't always have somebody to talk to, so sometimes it's good just to get it out of us, and then I can go burn it and I can be done with it. Bye-bye. 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 So journaling is always my favorite thing. Of course, food is going to help you. Working out, moving your body, yoga, whatever. And then outside of that hour meditating at least like 5 to 10 minutes a day, and working it up. But if you don't have that time every single day, at least 5 to 10 minutes is going to help you. Now, here's another thing that I have learned. Nope, they don't want to do that. Okay, just kidding. They're like, nope, we don't want to do that. So, stepping back. Got it. Let's talk about healing your nervous system for a minute. We as a collective we've gotten into a place where our nervous systems are out of whack as a collective, not just individually, but as a collective. Our nervous system is just, I see it as like this shaky thing. It's like going like this, right? And it's what's giving us anxiety, and it's putting us in fight or flight, or I'm not trusting my intuition, or I can't trust my intuition, or that's not right, or whatever. So really the food, the exercise is also to help your nervous system. The meditating is to help your nervous system. The healing that you do helps your nervous system. But connecting to Mother Earth, Pachamama, there's nothing I can say that is more beautiful than connecting to the earth. Because the earth is all around us. Even here in dry Arizona, the earth is all around me. Right? I look out my window, there's a tree. I look at the ground, there is ground. It has rocks, but there is ground. There is dirt. She is there. It's in the plants that I'm growing in my own house. It's in the plants that are in the fish tank that I'm growing for him. It's the ground that we walk on. It's the food that we eat. So when we can connect to Mother Earth by giving her gratitude, by giving her offerings like planting seeds or watering something, me and my neighbor, we switch back and forth. We'll water the tree right here because it kind of struggles sometimes in this Arizona heat. And so we've been watering the 2 trees outside, and just taking care of something like that is connecting to Mother Earth and giving back to her as well. There's something that we used to do that I grew up doing in Wyoming, and it's a practice that I still do to this day. So when we go fishing, we catch the fish, we say thank you for its sacrifice, right? Because it did. It sacrificed itself. Whether that fish knows it or not, Mother Earth sent that fish to us. The universe sent that fish to us. We went fishing, we put the worm in the water, right? We cast our fishing rod or line into the water, and we caught the fish, and then we say thank you for your sacrifice. It's something that I learned as a kid. The same thing goes with hunting. Thank you for your sacrifice. I hunted with a family one time, and I thought this was absolutely beautiful. And I noticed it with a couple other people too, but when the night before they go hunting, they would take the last of the meat that they have, and not anywhere near their campsite. Like, they would go far away, right? Because they don't want to attract bears and stuff like that to their campsite. But outside of their campsite, far, far away, they would bury the rest of the meat that they have. I mean, they would open up like this hole and they would put it in there. It's easy for the animals to get to. It's not something that they would do, but it's a way of them giving it to the earth nonetheless. So they would put that meat back to the earth. They would say thank you to Mother Earth. Then when they got the new elk, antelope, deer, whatever they were hunting, they would say thank you for your sacrifice. It's a beautiful way of connecting to the earth. It's a beautiful way of saying thank you for the things that we've received. Saying thank you for the salad that you're about to eat. Saying thank you for the fruits and the vegetables that we're about to consume. For the burger that we're about to devour. Saying thank you. Just sending that little bit of thanks out there is going to do so much for you in connecting to the earth and keeping yourself grounded and learning how to heal your nervous system. Our nervous system truly can help us to become abundant creatures, help us in manifesting our lives, but also in helping us trust our own intuition, okay? Because your intuition isn't just here. She's here also. She's here. She's here, right? Your intuition is beautiful. So with that said, I would love to hear how you guys do with this meditation. You know, when you come back from your meditation, that's where the spirit animal brings you back. But I would like to hear how you guys do. Even if it's a month or so later and you're like, oh my gosh. Doing this meditation has truly helped me transform my life in so many different ways. It's helped me connect to my intuition on a whole different level. But you do have, everybody has their own unique gifts, just so you know. No two gifts are alike. I've never seen two gifts that are alike. I do shadow healing. That is so different than the way I was taught to do shadow work or shadow healing sessions for my clients. I know that my shaman does quantum healing, different than many people do quantum healing. So it's just, you know, those are your unique gifts, the things that you can do. So if you're wanting to go dive more into that, please do sign up for the Unlock Your Intuition course. I have a couple openings coming up this month actually, so now's the perfect time for it. So, but let's see what the Wild Woman Rising has for us today. And then we can do our meditation. Oop, there she is. Just throws them out. Harvest the honey. Ooh, that's kind of cool. And use your cunning. Okay, I love this because we were just talking about Mother Earth. So the first one is harvest your honey. The beautiful thing about this is when you heal your nervous system, when you connect to your intuition, you're going to step into a place that is truly abundant for you. It's like you're moving out of a place that is just stagnant, and you're moving into a place that is full of abundance and full of all the honey that you could possibly imagine. But the only thing that's standing in your way is you. There's nobody else standing in your way. There's nothing standing in your way. There's no curse or any of that stuff. We can choose to heal our own curses. We can choose to heal the hexes or whatever that we feel is on us. We can choose to say, no, we don't subscribe to that or whatever. But the beautiful thing about this is it's telling us that we already have the honey. We just have to harvest it. We already have the abundance. We just have to unlock the bank accounts. We just have to open the door to the house. We just have to look around us and see that we are already wonderfully abundant creatures. It's already everywhere. And that's the beauty in harvesting your honey. And then this part, use your cunning. Use your wits. You're already smarter than you could possibly freaking imagine. So use those wits. Use that cunning. Trust in your own abilities. Trust in the gift that is you. For one, we are very powerful creatures. Very powerful. But just like the fox, we can also be sly. We can be cunning. We can be smart. So use that cunning to your advantage. Be this fox. Embody the fox. Okay? Ooh, let me get a little bit comfortable. All right. Now we're going to step into our meditation. This meditation, I'm going to help you see your intuition. Just get a glimpse of your intuition to embody. So when you get to that place that you are ready to fully connect to your intuition, that you are in that third part, then you're going to be able to call your intuition in that much easier. So find a place where you can fully relax and take a deep breath in and out, and a deep breath in and out. This next deep breath in, I want you to pull in everything, your worries, fears, stress, whatever's going on in your life, and you're going to breathe it out and push it back down into the earth. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. This next breath, you're going to pull in that green, loving energy from Mother Earth, Pachamama, as you pull it up through your feet, knees, roots, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and out through your crown. And take a deep, deep breath in as that green, loving energy surrounds you, and breathe it all out. I love that there is a fire truck going by right now. There we go. I want you to go to your safe space, whether this be a river, an ocean, a mountain, whatever that safe space looks like now. I want you to go there. And we're gonna call in your spirit animal. Whoever your spirit animal might be, call them in. Invite them to come with you as you journey into a place that is not anywhere that you have ever seen before. It is not time. It is in the space above time, between time, away from time. It is all on its own, and it is vast. And in this place, I want you to start to call your intuition to you. Go with the first feeling that you have. What does it feel like? What does it look like? Smell? What do you hear? Go with the very first thing that you notice, because that's what's going to help you connect. So if you can feel your intuition, that's what's going to help you connect when you go into that space. If you can hear it, that's what's going to help you connect. And maybe you smell something like roses or cookies, or it just smells something different that's not in your environment right now. And you know that's your intuition. Or maybe you actually see something coming forward. And it may not take form right away, and that's okay. It's going to. Give it time. But you're starting to connect with your intuition. And as you're sitting here, I want you to know that you are an amazing being, and you are strong and powerful and wonderful. You are creating something that is different than anything you have ever created before. You are learning to connect to something that you thought was never possible, or that you had lost that connection with. So you're gonna give yourself time, and you're going to learn from your intuition. And you're going to do the things that are magical, but give yourself time. Give yourself a chance. And take a deep breath in and out. And know that your intuition is not hard to connect to. It's right there. It's you. When you walk outside, you can hear your intuition. When you go somewhere, you can hear your intuition. When you look at a tree, you can hear your intuition. When you're sitting in meditation, you can hear your intuition. When you're cooking dinner, you can hear your intuition. When you're driving down the street, you can hear your intuition. You are always connected because you are a divine being. Take a couple minutes longer, but know that you can always come back to this space. You're going to keep coming back here, even in the 5 to 10 minute meditations. You're going to come back to this space to connect, to start to listen, to start to hear your intuition. And take one more deep breath in and out. As you connect back to your body, thanking the universe, Pachamama, your spirit animal, for this time today. As you fully come back into your body, calling your energy back to you from every time, every space, everywhere, everything, until you feel yourself full and complete. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys are enjoying the first video of BooTober, and I'm so excited for what's to come. I'm so excited to share all the things that I am preparing for you guys. I'm excited for BooTober. I know that September helped me to rest up and get ready for what is to come for BooTober in October. And I hope you guys have a wonderful and beautiful day. Happy BooTober, guys.